He thought one small lie could save a day. Choices don't vanish, they echo. Alarm rattles. Gray morning. The math exam sits like a weight on his chest. He drafts the excuse. He gulps coffee and forces a mirror smile. "It's fine," he says. Relief flickers. Denial grows. By lunch, guilt hums like a fluorescent light. A text from Ms. Rivera. "Missed you. Makeup policy attached." He could tell the truth. He could walk in. Instead, he adds one more line. "Family emergency. Out all week." He isn't a villain. That's the slope. Not a fall, a glide. You don't feel it until the ground tilts. He cuts through the woodshop behind the gym. Quiet air, sawdust, sun through high windows. "Mr. Hart, you're carrying something I can't see." Liam, tired. He won't meet his eyes. His foot taps. Mr. Hart hands him a thin strip of ash. "Bend it. Only a little." The wood arcs. It doesn't snap. "Do it again tomorrow," Hart says. Tiny bends feel harmless until the fibers remember. So do people. Liam tucks the stick into his backpack, feeling ridiculous. He tells himself it's a weird old man thing. He won't actually do it. But that night, when the house is quiet, he takes it out. He holds it to the light and bends, just enough to feel the fibers tense. He thinks of the exam. He tells himself he deserved a break. The next day, the lie needs a friend. His best friend, Mira, asks, "How was yesterday? You looked fine Monday." She's good with numbers and faces. She doesn't miss much. "Fever broke," he says. "Nothing big." He shrugs and reaches for a joke. She watches him a second too long. He changes the subject. After school, he goes to the workshop. Mr. Hart nods. "Day 2? "Yeah," Liam says. He bends the stick again. The arc is a bit easier. His mind is, too. That night, his teacher emails. "We'll do the makeup Monday. Ask your mom to sign this form." The buzz grows into a hum. He prints it. He hesitates. He signs for her. Just one signature. Ink is quiet. Who will know? The stick in his bag weighs more than it should. Day 3. He bends it again. The wood remembers. He feels a small catch, a whisper in the fibers. He thinks of hands that build and hands that pretend. The stick curves, and something inside him curves with it. His teacher catches him after class. "I called your mom. We keep missing each other." "She works late," he says. "I'll get her signature today." He feels the lie like a pebble in his shoe. Not enough to stop him walking. Enough to change how every step lands. That afternoon, Mira sits across from him at the cafe. She stirs her drink and doesn't look up. "You're being weird." "I'm just distracted," he says. "College stuff." "You're a terrible liar," she says softly. "I'm not lying." She looks at him, eyes steady. Everyone is, sometimes. He laughs like it's a joke. He goes home and bends the stick again. Day 4. It gives quicker now. His thumb presses into the curve. The wood makes a tiny sound, a sigh. He tells himself he's imagining it. People think consequences arrive like alarms. Sometimes they arrive like background noise. You stop hearing them until something breaks. Day 5. He copies a homework answer from a group chat because he spent the night rationalizing. It feels small, like grabbing a grape from a full bowl. He bends the stick. It's almost graceful now. The curve looks natural. He wonders if that's how shortcuts start to look, like the way it's always been. He dreams of the exam. The questions blur. His name at the top is smudged. He wakes with the taste of fear and reaches for his backpack, fingers finding the stick. He almost laughs. He's become a kid who checks on a piece of wood for comfort. At school, Mira hands him notes from the day he missed. He thanks her too quickly. His teacher says, "I'll email your mom again." He nods. He picks the wrong truths, the easy ones. Day 6. There's a quiz. He wants the grade. He also wants his story to make sense. He leans over his sleeve and steals a glance at the next desk. It's almost nothing. 2 answers. He hates himself a little. He hates the heat in his face more. After school, he finds Mr. Hart. "This stick thing is weird." He forces a laugh. "I've bent it every day. It's fine." Mr. Hart wipes his hands on a rag. Day 6. Good. "What's the point, though?" Mr. Hart taps the bench with a knuckle. Some things don't show their point mid-story. Liam goes home, closes his door, and bends the stick. It creaks now. Not loudly, like a throat clearing. He holds it and thinks of the email he never let his mother see, the signature that isn't quite his, the way Mira didn't smile today. He tells himself he can fix it. After Monday. After one more day. Day 7 comes with a clear sky that makes everything look honest. He avoids mirrors. He carries the stick to the workshop like a contraband truth. Mr. Hart stands by the open window. He nods to the stick. One more bend. Liam holds it with care. He presses. He knows how much now. He knows the feel, the bite, the give, the arc. He breathes out. Just a little more. The sound is small and absolute. A crisp, simple snap. The stick breaks clean in 2, not at the center, but at an unseen weak point turned inevitable by patience. Liam flinches. The pieces in his hands feel colder, lighter. There's a gap where tension used to live. His mouth goes dry. He tries to joke, but the joke is gone. He looks at Mr. Hart, who doesn't look surprised. "That wasn't about strength," Mr. Hart says. "It wasn't a sudden break. It was a week of tiny invitations." Liam stares at the broken halves. "It was fine yesterday." "It wasn't," Mr. Hart says. "It was tired. Tired isn't visible until it gives out." Liam hears the word echo. Tired. He thinks of his conscience, a muscle he hasn't used because it burned. He thinks of the small bends, the white lie, the second lie, the forged signature, the stolen answers. None of them loud. All of them practice. "What if I'd bent it only once?" Liam asks. "It would have sprung back," Mr. Hart says. "That's what integrity does. It has memory, but you trained it the other way. You taught it to accept the curve." Tongue. Liam picks at a splinter, stinging his thumb. He hates how perfect the lesson is. He hates that he needs it. He hears his own voice in his head. Everyone does this once. The stick didn't care that it was just once. It cared about direction, again and again, choosing the easier bend. He looks up. "I lied about an exam." Mr. Hart waits. He doesn't rescue him. He lets the words fill the room and sit where they land. "I said I was sick. I forged a signature. I cheated on a quiz. I kept bending because I couldn't stand the idea of snapping the other way. Facing it." Mr. Hart nods. "What are you going to do now?" I don't know, Liam says. He does know. He just doesn't like it. I have to tell the truth. Wood can't unbend by wishing, Mr. Hart says. It needs steam, pressure, time. People aren't wood, but the principle is close. You'll need practice. Small, right choices, again and again, until straight feels like you. Liam breathes. For the first time in a week, he actually breathes. He starts by doing the thing he's been avoiding. He walks to the office and asks to speak to his teacher. He shakes, but he speaks clearly. He tells her he lied. He accepts the makeup exam with consequences. He asks what else needs fixing. It isn't dramatic. It's the small work of repair. He sits down with his mother that evening. He expects anger, and he gets something worse, disappointment. But there's also a flicker of relief. Truth allows people to meet you where you really are. Lies make them embrace empty air. He sends a message to Mira. You were right, he writes. I was being a terrible liar. He adds a smiley because he's still him, and then deletes it. She replies, cool. Coffee? They meet. He tells her the story. She doesn't judge. She says, we all build ourselves, day by day. Liam returns to the workshop with the broken stick. He places both halves on the bench like an offering. Mr. Hart hands him a new one. Not a sentence. An invitation. Start over, Mr. Hart says. But this time, practice the bend in the other direction. When you're asked to curve, choose to stand. When you're tempted to hide, choose to say your name out loud. Liam laughs, soft and real. It makes it sound simple. It is, Mr. Hart says. Simple isn't easy. Liam walks home with the fresh stick. He doesn't bend it. He keeps it straight. Not because he's afraid of breaking it, but because he knows what the bending is for now. It's not about wood. It's about tomorrow's Liam and the Liam after that. When the makeup exam arrives, he sits down, palms a little sweaty. He writes his name and faces the questions. He doesn't get them all right. He doesn't need to. He's not trying to be flawless. He's trying to be honest. The room is quiet, but inside him, something steady takes root. Days happen. People ask favors. He says yes when he means yes, and no when he means no. He practices tiny, intentional truths. It's awkward at first. Like learning to write with his other hand, it gets easier. Integrity, it turns out, has memory too. It remembers straight. He keeps the broken stick on his desk, not as a punishment, as a reminder of how patient the wrong direction can be. He glances at it when decisions come disguised as shortcuts. He asks, where does this bend go? He listens to the answer. He never forgets the sound of that snap. It lives in him like a bell, a warning and a promise. The warning, nothing collapses all at once. The promise, nothing is built all at once either. You are the sum of your small choices, multiplied by time. If you're carrying a little lie that grew legs, you don't need a speech. You need a moment. You need a direction. You need the courage to make one honest choice, then another, until the echo you hear when you put your head on the pillow is clean. Maybe you've told yourself it's harmless. Maybe you've bent quietly because everyone else is curved. Maybe you're tired. That's okay. Tired isn't the end. Tired is a sign you've been carrying something alone. You can set it down. Tonight, find your version of the stick. Write the message. Make the call. admit the thing, or decide the next small right act and do it before your brain talks you out of it. Let the first echo be gentle. Let it teach you. And if this story found you at the exact moment you needed it, share it with someone who's bending without noticing. Tell me one small choice you're making today. I'm reading. If you want more stories that sit with you and push you forward, subscribe and stay close. The future listens. So do we. Every choice echoes. Make yours count.